Happy Earth Day, ladies. How are you? Thank you for being part of my newsletter and our new temple. If you are new to here, thank you so much for being here with me and taking time out of your day. I hope this is your most favorite mail that you get. And I just love talking to you. I am so sorry about the wind, but where we are celebrating and thinking and embracing Earth Day, I thought how better than to be outside. We are Maine, we are at highs. I think today was 53, so I'm not in a jacket. And I am here on my little homestead in the heart of Maine. So it is amazing. Right now we're moving the soil around to get ready to plant our Three Sisters garden. If you hang tight at the very end of today's message, I will be talking a little bit about my homestead and going to be announcing a little surprise for everybody. So I'm so happy you're here. So today, I will be talking about Earth Day, and again, my homestead. I'll be talking about God and the divine source, and be talking about composting and why they all come together in harmony and what they all have to do with one another. But before I get into this special, today is going to be more of a ceremony and celebration of Earth Day. I would love to give a special recognition to my new friend, Micah Leone. I hope I pronounced her name okay. And she is from How to Heal Network. What is so amazing about her is I just went on her podcast. She lives in Mexico. And we were able to talk about homeschooling and my homestead. And I never thought to talk to you, the Sisterhood, about my homestead. So I just want to give a special recognition because of her today. Gave me, ignited that light within me to connect with Spirit about homesteading. So I just want to say a special thanks, and definitely go to her website. You can do How to Heal Network and find her, and you'll be able to find all of her podcasts there. And she's so sweet. She's amazing. I want to also give a special recognition to our friend, our sister, our moderator, Diane Marcel, for also connecting me to this amazing subject. And she has written a piece below, and she is just amazing. So anyway, thank you so much. I would actually like to start today in our celebration of Earth Day by coming back to what we were originally doing on our social media group, which is saying our sacred sisterhood prayer. I know that always helps me connect as I'm talking to you, because even though I handwrite everything when I talk to you, sometimes the divine source kind of comes to me in the process of and gives you a message that I didn't even know that was coming. So let us close our eyes and take a deep breath in and exhale slow, and let us let go of the outside world and just connect to you and me. Take another deep breath in, and as we exhale slow, just connect to all the sisters of our sacred sisterhood tribe. Know that even though we cannot be together in person, we are together in spirit, supporting one another just as we are. And last breath. Let us connect to the earth, to the soil, to the sky, to the water, to the sun, to the moon, and all that is. Our sacred sisterhood prayer. Freedom of lineage. We're here to celebrate our connection to each other, our sacred cycles, and who we are. We're here to bless our paths as we become one by learning our sacred women principles. I ask all of our highest divine of love, of peace, of joy, of happiness, kindness to awaken every cell in me and around me, weaving divine light and love and sisterhood. I am an empowered woman, living her truth. Adored and celebrating my feminine power, I see and am seen. I hear and am heard. I love and am loved. I witness and am witnessed. We are an infinite bridge between heaven and earth. Allow my truth to flow through me, opening to love in all ways. I'm alive. I bear life. I light the way. May we be at home in our wombs and free in our hearts as we walk in love. I know, I love that prayer too, especially with the infinite bridge between heaven and earth, which is our womb space, right? Okay, so yeah, Earth Day and reflections and our message from Spirit. So take what you want from the message and leave the rest. And this is only to inspire you to something, a piece or a sentence that might resonate with you. Take that and just journal it, think about it, move with it, feel it, flow with it. And that is what this is all about. Even though Earth Day was part of a political agenda starting in the 1970s, I always take this day to truly appreciate what God and the divine has created. Our Sacred Women Principles series on growth, and if you haven't been there, I just throw in my earbuds. Go right to sacredsisterhoodtribe.com. The videos are live. If when you scroll down, you can hit the button, and there's growth, and there's 4 videos. Highly recommend it, especially the second video is on spirit, and that's during Easter. It just hit my heart this week when I listened to it. It reminds us that no matter what is happening in the world, if you can hear them, the birds still chirp. My birds are still chirping. Doesn't matter what's happening in the world, the flowers are still coming up. I see them. There's even we have some daffodils that have come into bloom. The sky is still blue. And the sun still comes out. Life is simply magical, whether you choose on that day to see it or not. And I hope you do today. As we're reflecting on the book of Genesis, and although the written word seems like not to make a lot of sense, the order, I'm like, I don't understand that order that was written. Humans wrote it. But I know that the essence is truth. And absolutely beautiful. How often during the chaos of our lives do we give thanks and pause for our earth beneath our feet? The air that we breathe and that's flowing through my hair right now. The water we drink and bathe in. The fire we use to keep warm and to cook with. And the sun and the moon, the plants, animals, and all life. Earth Day reminds me, if I haven't been doing it, I take pause, and I do that every single morning. I give thanks for that. We have so much to be thankful for, but are you able to see it fully? To feel it fully? And to experience fully? Or are you in survival mode, chaos mode, burnout, experiencing life that you see on TV and the phone? I know a lot of people that are living that truth. They're feeling everything that's going on in a world that's out there. They're not that a lot of people that I know are not experiencing their earth where they live. Are you truly alive today? Earth Day and Easter reminds us that life, death, and rebirth or resurrection is happening right now, right underneath your feet. Well, my feet, because I live I live on a homestead, right? My soil is fully alive. This Earth Day, Diane inspired me, and Mika inspired me to talk about composting. Yeah, and she does. She has that beautiful piece. So I highly recommend after you watch this to read her piece. Composting is not just about throwing food scraps, hair, and leaves, and all the things dead and used up in one area. Composting, I know this is where Easter comes into play. Like, ladies, this is deep and this is good. Composting is where the dead is brought back into new life. Have you thought of that before? I know, it's amazing, isn't it, to even think about? Our soil is not dead, but alive. Getting in touch with death brings life cycles of creation. I know you've never thought of composting that way, have you? Compost is a transformative process. In celebration of Earth Day, look to our Easter of death and resurrection in conjunction to compost, both death and life. I know when I throw, whether right now we're eating like some root vegetables, I think I had some string beans, a few other things, and I put them in my compost, and I put them in the compost, and I say a little prayer of thanks, remembering it's not just dead matter, that this is going to help fuel life for my garden this year. And my intent is to grow enough food that I don't have to go to a grocery store. That's what my homestead is about. Are you needing to experience a death? So not just physical, like I talk about my garden and my homestead, but are you needing to experience death of a belief system, of something emotional, so that your body and soul can experience a rebirth? For instance, I spent a couple years ago really glued to the TV and really getting my belief systems and my knowledge. And when I realized that what I was listening to and watching, whether it was social media or TV, once I knew that it was all a lie, I shut that off. By shutting that off and knowing that that is a death of a belief system, that I know when I turn on the TV, it's not true. Did I have a rebirth of truly enjoying my land, providing for my family, I enjoyed my life again. It is completely a rebirth. I created a mini little amusement park where right now we're sitting in Christmas Town. So I had so much time, freedom of my mind, freedom of my environment. I created a homeschool community. Like, life became free and effortless. Do you have a belief system? Do you have something that you need to completely let go of so that you can enjoy your life? Great. And like for me, I have knowledge, I have resources of what is truth for me. And so, yeah, I tap into that every once in a while so I can kind of keep up to date with what's going on in my prayer work. That said, it's not my life, my whole life. I'm experiencing my life right here in the heart of Maine on my property, witnessing the creation that I've made and the community that I've created. It's been great. Not saying that's right for you, but that's what's worked for me. I let go of what I believe is medical truth and scientific truth. And by that, I found freedom of my own belief system, which then became freeing. I let go and composted my belief of the public school system and learning and what is history, what is math, what is all of that. And now I'm able to teach my girls what is truth. And so I've been able to not only just let that go, but compost it and to create this rebirth. And it is magical. If you didn't know, we have Wild Ones Homeschooling. It's a free program. Go right below. And again, you can be part of our amazing Wild Ones program. I couldn't find a curriculum that was right for us, and so I created one. Hope you enjoy it. I'm still in the creation of one. It's never ending. So my reflection for you on this day, on this Earth Day, how are you enjoying life? Are you living the life you have always wanted? Actually, growing up, I always thought I wanted a certain life. And once I lived the life, I hated it. So then I had to let go of what I thought I wanted. And as soon as I let that go, threw it in the spiritual, emotional compost, my life showed up for me. I love this life so much. Oh my gosh. I'm so enjoying my life. But I had to let go and compost what it was before. Earth Day reminds us of just that. I love Earth Day. I hope you do too. It's so magical. If the answer is no, if you're not living that life that you have always wanted, then what do you need? What do you need to do to throw that into the compost, your compost, so that you can take on your new life? And sometimes it's time. What do you need to let go of to free up the time to give? An eagle is flying across right now. I wish you could see it. So what, if you don't have the time, if you're in so much chaos, start there. Disconnect from everything that's outside of your own space. Get right with that, and then look to outside and what's going on. But if you are not peace, if you are not happiness, if you are not love, if you are not without judgment, if you are not simply the observer, if you are not living in the flow, then you can't help anybody else until you are that. So disconnect until you are peace. Disconnect until you are happy. Disconnect until you are the life that you have always wanted. But you have to disconnect and let go what isn't serving you. If your life is so full, your life will not have time or energy, and I'm telling you this from experience, to produce new seeds. You won't have any time. Creating space creates new life and creates new opportunities. So yes, you have my permission. You have God's permission. You have the divine's permission to sit on your tush outside, listen to the birds, smell the air, and create. And you are working by doing that. By feeling the sun and rejuvenating and thinking, you are being so incredibly productive. And you are so important to me in this world. Allow Earth Day to support you fully. Yeah, it's a big day. Allow the earth to support you fully in the life that you wish to cultivate. We as a collective need you to do this. You are so incredibly important in this world. Just you. Each one of us needs to be in that place. We are all so important. Think of us as these little pieces of fabric and how important every single piece of fabric is to create that quilt. And if you miss a piece in that quilt, the whole thing will fall apart, right? Or some of it will drop off. We need you to be you, to create that space, to create that peace so we can have world peace. If you're not at peace, we can't have world peace. If you are at war within yourself, within family, within your community, we will continuously have war. If you are not feeling loved, if you are not love, how can the world be in a state of love? That's how important you are. In celebration of Earth Day, I know this is the big announcement. Oh, just to let you guys know too, the other big announcement, I'm still working on the book and my husband is taking over homeschooling 2 days a week so I can focus on it. Yay! I'm still working 2 years later. But in celebration of Earth Day, I'll be writing a homestead tip in every newsletter. I know. So I know a few people have been very interested in this subject and prepping and all of this stuff. I have been doing it now close to, I'm almost at 20 years now. I don't know why I've never thought about talking about it, but I just haven't. So I will be giving tips on homesteading. If you feel I should be giving tips on homeschooling, let me know because I can do that too very easily. Thank you for being with me. Take what you want, leave the rest. If you enjoyed this, please share our newsletter so that women can join us in celebration. And at some point, I will be doing virtual gatherings, maybe even some in-person gatherings, maybe even on my homestead one day. Please keep in contact with me. Mika actually recommended in the book that came out that I'm a co-creator with other women. We do a sacred circle ceremony. She's going to do one in Mexico, and I'm going to zoom in and facilitate it. If that interests you, reach out to me because I'd love to help you. Okay, and once again, everything is my gift to you. So there's no charge for anything right now. So that's awesome. All right, so we will end with, I hope I can upload this to Facebook because sometimes this went a little longer than anticipated. Let us do our prayer for healing because I feel like we need that today. Let us close our eyes and give us thanks for the message of today. I wish I could take credit, but I can't. Source of divine love and the healing power of grace, of peace, of kindness and communication. I place in your gentle care a need for healing and the healing of my friends, my family, my neighbors, and especially my enemies. I now ask you to fill our hearts with your transcending and transforming love. I now ask you to heal our life, that we may receive your unconditional love and healing. As we accept and receive this amazing blessing, all wounds and pain are offered up to you. Thank you, our divine, as we walk in love. Thank you all so much. And remember, together we can change this world. We really can. As long as we are all willing to do this work at home. Don't forget there's 12 principles, live teachings, free, my gift to the women of the world, God's gift to the women of the world. And men are welcome to it too. And the teachings are right on the website. So throw in your earbuds while you're in the car and you'll be able to receive all of them. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you next time.